Hi everyone, my name is Jenny. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're not new. Today we have a get ready with me and I wanted to chat with you guys about some of the questions that I've got regarding YouTube and whether people should start a YouTube channel, how to edit videos and things like that. So if you guys are interested, then please keep on watching. Before we get started, I do want to mention Dossier because I am partnered with them and we have been partnered for quite some time. So I am always just loving their products. I have two of my favorite staples in front of me. I do want to first mention what they are in case you guys are new to my channel. Dossier is actually a perfume company and they are based in France. They're vegan and cruelty free. Their perfumes range from $29 to about $40. So I do want to mention that they have perfumes that are inspired by higher end perfumes and also like designer perfumes. So if there's a really expensive one that you guys are looking for, I can guarantee you that the scent that they give you is almost like a one-to-one match. Like it is probably identical. And I really love that about them because you can get perfumes for really inexpensive. And I know perfumes is actually one of the things that I really don't like spending my money on. Being that Dossier has risk-free orders, I think that really just translates to what the brand stands by, which is quality products. So if you try out the sample size, which every single package comes with a sample, if you try it out and you decide that you don't like it, all you have to do is just return the product and they don't ask any questions. They just send you a label and it's that simple and you get your money back. But if you do break the seal for the bigger perfume bottle, you are going to have to keep it. So just make sure that you always try out the sample size. And I feel like this is also a really great size to throw in your purse just for travel, and it can fit in the tiniest of bags. When I first found out about Dossier, I was actually quite surprised at how long lasting their perfumes actually are, but I love them so much. And once I run out of my designer perfumes, I don't think I will ever go back to buying perfumes that are like over $100 or even more than that. So I want to let you guys know which one I'm loving so far. Okay, so the two scents that I'm loving this month, this one is Oriental Woody 7. This one is very similar to, I think this is similar to Victor & Rolf Flower Bomb. Like I can't, if I was like in a blind test, like I could not distinguish the difference between the scents. It smells really good. And then this one is Floral 2. This one I believe is similar to Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. Yeah. It's a really strong scent, but it smells so good and I really love it. I will be sure to go ahead and link these two favorites for you guys down below, and then I will also provide my discount code as well as a link for you guys so you guys can check that out. Once again, thank you so much to Dossier for partnering with me on this video, and let's get into the get ready with me portion. For today's video, I was actually looking to do like a shop my stash, but I honestly got rid of so much old makeup. Like I don't even remember like when I did just get rid of a bunch of things. So I'm just using the e.l.f. Putty Primer. Is that what it's called? Poreless Putty Primer. So I'm just gonna use this to fill in my pores, and then I really like it because it's not too drying like the Tatcha one or like other pore filling primers. I find that some of them can be a little bit drying for me, so I like that this one has a little bit, it feels like it has like some oil in it, so I really like that. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I've been trying out a bunch of like makeup techniques because I am going to Mexico soon. So I usually like to try out a makeup look that I'm gonna do for the whole entire time, just so it's really quick and easy. And I'm also gonna get my lashes done next week. So I am going to film like a vacation get ready with me, or like a pamper with me, or I don't know, I forget what they're called. But I'm gonna go ahead and use the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation, and this is what that one looks like. This one is in the shade 20 Honeycomb. I went through a whole bottle of this already, and it does come out a little light for my skin at first, but once I like put on my contour and bronzer and everything just comes together. So this is one of my favorite foundations. I feel like it does have a little bit of a flashback. Yeah, there is sunscreen in here. It's a 20 SPF, but still put your sunscreen on. The one that I'm using right now is the Purito. I already put this one on before I did my makeup, so yeah. But this foundation is still like one of my favorites, and I just recently went back to it because I was using a foundation that I can't really talk about because the brand hasn't launched it, but I'm doing a campaign with them once again, so I'm really excited about that. But like I said, I can't mention it, so I've been trying to use other things. This foundation looks really nice and natural. It's not too heavy to where you won't be able to see your skin underneath, but it covers like a perfect amount. Like I don't know how to describe it. And I remember this was like my go-to foundation for the winter time, like all of last year. This was the only thing that I wanted to wear. I also bring it down to my neck because it matches my neck perfectly. So I went ahead and let one layer dry, and now I'm just adding another one just on my problem areas, like around my cheeks, and that's basically where I have the most blemishes. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to my concealer. I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape, but I'm also going to use the Lancome Tint Idole. And sometimes I use this, sometimes I don't. It just really depends on how full coverage I want my makeup to be. But, oh no. Well, I have to throw these pants in the washer as soon as we're done with this video because I just got it on my pants. And then I prefer to use the warmth of my finger just to blend it out because I feel like that's what blends it out the best. I tried using brushes or sponges and I feel like it doesn't look as good. I even have days where sometimes this is all I put on, but I really like the full coverage look, so I do put on another concealer as well. I don't really know what to talk about for today's video. I feel like I had a topic, but then I didn't really want to talk about it, but I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I'm a little bit too personal, and I mean, people can either use that against you or they can make comments and stuff unnecessary. And I don't know, sometimes lately I just feel like I like not having other people's comments interfere with my life. I'm using the ColourPop foundation or concealer as well, and this one's a little bit lighter, so it's just going to help brighten the center of my face. I feel like that's the thing with being on YouTube. I've seen a lot of people ask me, how did you start a YouTube channel? How do I start one? How do I get subscribers? And honestly, you just have to do what you love and then it'll grow from there. You can't just make a YouTube channel and expect oh, I'm gonna get subscribers, I'm gonna get viewers. And you have to think when you can be so fake and get so many subscribers, or you can be yourself and get a lot of criticism for it. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I'm leaning more towards I don't know, I guess being a little bit more censored, because I feel like the more that I reveal about myself and the more that I share, it's all just used against me. So why not just be little Miss Goody Two-Shoes? I don't know. And I mean, I feel like it would be a little bit better as well for me. I feel it's really difficult because I want to be honest. I want to be real with you guys. I'm just going to put my hair up because it's really bothering me. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, it's kind of like a double-edged sword because I want to be honest and I want to be real with you guys and be my authentic self. But sometimes I feel like I hold back a lot these days just because of the criticism, because I just don't want to deal with it. And it really takes a toll on your mental health, especially because some people are not, I'm gonna admit, some people are just not as strong as I am with everything that I deal with my personal life, with family, with school and work. On top of that, I feel like it's so much for me to deal with on the daily that you really have to have thick skin and you have to be able to block it out most days. Some days it definitely gets to you because you'll break down and you'll cry, but I mean, I haven't done that in a really long time, just because I keep a lot of my feelings inside, and I don't really show too much of it, whether I'm feeling sad or whether I'm feeling down and stuff. I try not to project that onto other people because for me, I'm such an introvert and I don't feed off of the energy from other people. It's actually draining for me. So I prefer to just keep to myself. I keep my problems to myself because I just feel who wants to hear my problems? Nobody. So, I mean, sure, it's good to confide in someone every so often, but I prefer not to just tell anyone in my life my problems because I feel one way or another it's always used against you. So I just try to keep everything to myself. And of course, some people say if you keep everything to yourself, you can burst one day. But for me, I'm pretty good at just keeping it to myself and just not worrying about, how will someone feel if I just confide in them only. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to tell someone your problems all the time. And some people like to tell one person this thing or one person that thing. And I feel I just don't have that. I don't like sharing my problems with other people anymore, and I used to do that, and every single freaking time it was used against me. So I just decided not to, and it's just better that way. It's better. No one is going to nothing I say is going to backfire on me. Nothing I do is going to backfire on me. So it's just way better that way, and I like it that way. You definitely learn a lot as well, when you put yourself out there, and it's just giving people the opportunity to break you down, and you really have to be strong to not let that happen. But I know not a lot of people are, so I would say, if you really are serious, I'm just going to use the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. I just put my foundation on there, that's why it's dirty. But if you really want to start a channel and you really feel this is something that you want to do and you're passionate about it, I think passion is the number one thing that you really have to take into account, because if you're not passionate about it and if you think, oh, I'm gonna make a quick buck on YouTube and stuff, you need to rethink it, because YouTube doesn't give you shit in the first few months. You really have to be consistent, you have to want to do it, and it can't be a chore for you. Like for me, when it starts becoming a chore, I just focus on my real job. Like I'd rather do that and get paid even better than I do on YouTube. So when it starts to feel like it's becoming a chore, I think that's when you really need to step back and get your priorities in check and really realize what the importance is in life, and just think about what you value the most and put your attention towards that, as opposed to something that you're just doing as a passion or a hobby, or maybe it is somewhere that you can turn to get your mind off of your problems or something like that. But I'm gonna use the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess bronzer. I don't know, maybe YouTube is a place where you can go to and you can just be like stress-free. Maybe it is something that helps you become more relaxed, but if you're doing it just for like the money, just don't. It's not worth it. I'm just gonna put the bronzer on here. I like a lot of bronzer, and then I'm gonna use the Fenty for like a contour today. I have this one. This is in the shade Caramel Cutie, and we're just gonna apply this one. I think this one's a little bit too dark for me, but I love it as like a contour shade. I got it originally as a bronzer, but I got the darker one, so it didn't end up working for me. But yeah, I also got questions on like how I edit and how I edit my thumbnails. I've showed you guys how I edit my thumbnails before. All these things you can look up on YouTube. That's exactly what I did, and I feel like people want like an easy way to it, to where like, oh Jenny, like how do you edit on Final Cut Pro? There are videos, you can Google how to edit on Final Cut Pro and it'll pop up. Like it's so easy. Like I feel like people who disrespect your time like that are just so inconsiderate. Now I'm gonna add some bronzer. I'm just using the Innisfree bronzer that I use all the time. Definitely one of my favorites, and still one of my favorites. I don't even feel like I'm running out of this, but I can see that I've hit pan on a little portion of it. This one, it's like a mixture between a cream and like a powder. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really, really nice. And I like using it on a bigger brush because it just makes it look a little bit more natural, kind of just like a natural flush. Okay, so what else? But yeah, I've been doing YouTube since I want to say my sophomore year of college, which was a long time ago. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, no, it was. Oh my god, it was my sophomore year of college. So I've been doing this for years and years and years, and I guarantee you, if I was like a cookie cutter YouTuber, if I was fake, and if I just kind of showed you guys like only the goodness in the world and the goodness in my channel and like the best person of myself, I'm pretty sure like my channel would have been surpassed like 100,000, maybe even 200,000. But I feel like because I've only been genuine to myself and to the audience, I mean, people are not gonna like me for that. And I've been called like everything in the book. And I mean, I used to like be phased about it. Like I definitely used to be affected by it, but now it's just another random person just calling me something. Like it doesn't affect me as much. And I know someone's gonna be like, oh my god, Jenny, you're adjusting it, like it does hurt you. Like no, it doesn't. I'm just saying it just to say it, but it doesn't. Like I really don't lose sleep over any of this, and I just feel like the thicker the skin you have, like the more you can handle. And I'm so grateful that I went through everything that I did, because I feel like it really shaped me into who I am. And I feel like that's why I get so defensive, because when I was younger, I wasn't able to defend myself. Like when I was in foster care, when I lived with my family, when I went to college, I feel like people just like always stepped all over me. And that's probably like one of the reasons why I am the way that I am, because I get so defensive about everything, and because I'm always like trying to stick up for myself and speak up for myself. And I think a lot of people see that as being aggressive or being too straightforward or too upfront. And I mean, that's fine, like if you guys think that, but for me, like I cannot change the way that I am, because that's literally how I was molded into becoming, like as far as like who I am now. I used to not speak up, and I was in an abusive relationship before, and it was like a pretty serious relationship, and it was like one of the worst experiences of my life. and I like didn't speak up. I didn't know a lot of things, like as far as like what a relationship had to be, because I was never really in like a serious relationship. Like I dated someone in college for like a year, but even then that wasn't even enough time to get to know someone. That was definitely probably like one of the worst experiences of my life, and I learned a lot from that. And now whenever I get into relationships or whenever I try to, you know, date and stuff, I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want in a person, and I see all of the red flags. I just feel like I'm so guarded with my relationships, and it's so hard for me to open up to anyone these days, especially my boyfriend. Like I have a really hard time, and that's like one of the flaws that I have personally. You know, I don't open up easily, and it takes a lot. Like he has to ask me like a few times for me to like open up to him and really share with him like how I feel or what's going on. And I know that I'm completely safe and that he only wants the best for me, but for some reason I feel like I'm like scarred for life because of what happened to me like before. So yeah, and you know, people will say like whatever they want to say, and that's fine, but I think it's really important to not judge someone based on like how they, I guess, like how they project themselves online, because I can watch like people's videos and be like, oh my gosh, she's such a bitch, but like in all reality, like when you talk to them or if you try to get to know them, like they're actually really good people. And this is like a few people that I've actually talked to. I mean, granted, I've never like really met like a bunch of people. I mean, and as far as like talking, like these are just like talking to people, like getting to know them, then like you find out like they're actually great people. And like as far as like meetings, like I haven't met like a handful of people. I feel like once you meet someone and once you like really get to know them, like then you'll realize that like they're actually really great people. And some people are just introverts and they're just guarded, and that's exactly how I am. So like I said, I don't know like what the future has in store for me, but I just like I feel like now I don't want you guys to think like, oh, you know, she doesn't want to be personable with us, or she doesn't want to open up, because once you open up to people, like it just opens a bunch of doors and just a bunch of like rumors and just random things for them to say. So I definitely feel like I want to take a shift in my vlogs, whereas I don't really talk as much. I just kind of show you guys what I'm doing. And I know you guys like when I interact with you and when I talk to you, but you have to understand that sometimes I have to put like my mental health first, because sometimes it does affect me. I mean, I've been totally fine. Like the only reason I've been stressed lately is just because of school, literally. But I don't want you guys to think like, oh, this is like, you know, has like a complete effect on me, because it doesn't. But I'm just like letting you guys know that like for future references, I definitely feel like I want to be like less personal. For my lips, I'm just gonna use Kylie's lip liner. I feel like I've been doing so much and not even talking about it. I don't know, I feel like I'll have like a mix between the two, but more so like the videos of me not talking, because I really just enjoy editing those, and I feel like really calm and serene when I watch them. So definitely considering just like putting out that kind of content, even though a lot of you guys like when I chat with you guys, it's just sometimes it's hard. Like you guys, like being a content creator is not easy, especially when you get hate like all the time. Someone's gonna comment, you get hate because you're such a bitch. I can already see it. I already see you with your little fingers. Okay, so just calm down. I'm gonna use my Rodden lip and cheek oil. I love this stuff still. I can't believe like I'm not running out of this. Like I've been waiting for the day that I run out of it, and I'm not. I really like this just because it's a mixture between like a gloss and like an oil, and I feel like, I mean, it's obviously more so an oil, but it gives you like that glossy effect, and it doesn't feel like sticky or like gross or anything. And this is like what I was using even like before quarantine. I feel like I like started using these, and I just love them so much. Okay, so I really want to go do my hair, so I think I'm going to do that, and then I will be back to chat with you guys. You guys might see the shadows in the back change, but don't mind that, because we're going to go and do my hair. It's going to take a little bit of time. Hopefully not too long. I just have to blow dry it a little bit and then curl it, so I'll be back. Okay, so I just went ahead and finished my hair. I'm just going to go ahead and spritz my face. I really love this Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray, because it actually really helps with the makeup, like preventing the makeup from transferring onto your mask. So I really love this one. I'm almost like out of it. I can feel like I'm probably somewhere here, and I got this like maybe, I don't know, like a few months ago. So love that. That's pretty much all that I have for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel down below, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.